pipe smokers and any Instagram pipe smokers or anybody else who is visiting this lovely corner of the internet. Hope we're having a good day, or in this case, night. I guess it is already night. And a very enjoyable day sharing pipes with you all. Now I just have to see where I send the invite thing. It's on here somewhere. Sweet Muffins. How you doing, buddy? Sweet Muffins. I don't want to put you in a timeout. Or block you here. I'm just trying. Was it emails? Might have been emails. I might have to go to send emails. I don't remember where I found the stream invite thing. Oh my goodness, everybody's jumping in on me here. I missed. Hello, Bob Kraus. Great to see you, buddy. Jeff, how you doing? Monclaude Gansdam. I can't talk. How you doing, sir? I'm just trying to find where I put the restream link. Restream link. You know. I have sent out lots of invites to stuff I have noticed. Found it. Copy. Yes. And I can now paste this to you, sir. There you go, Sweet Muffins. That's how it works here. How are you guys doing? Look, I'm having a late night Pepsi. And it's cold and wonderful. And I'm going to make another new blend and smoke it in my Rivara Briar'd. Oh, that's right. I'm live. Now I can actually use the flashlight, guys. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. And look at that metalwork. Phil Rivara outdoes himself every time he makes a pipe.
I told him, I said, that he put
Ohio Corn Muffins Mafia.
Oil. He said, what?
How we doing? In the background there, buddy.
Oh, Gil.
Hey, Jay, how you doing?
The only thing is, me and the kids work.
Thank you very much, Monclaude. My brother was, it was 50-50. He was responsible for the green. Because I had him pick what he'd like, and I really liked the green already. I didn't tell him it was for a stem. I just said green, blue, or red, and dark and light. So we picked the same. No, cat. The cat's all talking to me. Man, good to see you guys. Is he losing a fight with a piece of paper or something? Oh. My cat has a mouse toy. I'm not sure if it has catnip in it, but it very well could, because now he's going insane. All right, Secret Muffins Mafia. I mean, Sweet Muffins.
I call her every name in the book.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Mon Claude, he goes, J907 Piper, who's in Hawaii. It's like,
hey, John.
20 degrees Fahrenheit all day. Tell us something warm.
Yeah.
You won't believe what I'm drinking. Grape
juice?
Grape juice, buddy.
That ain't nothing but the leftover from pressed Captain Black grape.
Exactly.
Oh, that's hot enough. Yeah, I'm good. 70 degrees all day. 60 degrees. That's not what it was here. That's just what I need. Yes, Jay, you suffer. The cold weather is 68. My goodness. Brr. Here comes my cat. Like, I won't let it. He went that way. I won't let no stuffed mouse make me look like a fool. Dang cat. He is the proudest dang cat I've ever seen right now. Like, I whooped that stuffed mouse's head. Oh no, you're gonna scare away Dan, Jeff.
Hey.
First thing he joins, first thing he hears is grape. My goodness.
I thought I'd get somebody's attention real quick.
I found the page that fell out of my blend book, and it was partially under a chair. So I pulled on it. It ripped a corner, but it didn't touch nothing.
Huh.
But it was at my mom's in the garage. That's why I didn't find it here. But I knew when it was missing, I said, if I just let it be, it'll show up. I didn't worry about it, and it showed up. Or like I showed up, but it showed up.
The only thing right now, John, I can't see the comments because the way I got this set up, because I'm on my phone. Now I'm not at my other place. So I have to.
Let's see. Yeah, Dan said first he joined. The first thing he heard was grape.
Yeah, I got some grape juice.
J907 Piper asked what we're all smoking on. He's got some Sutliff number 3 in his Molina Bent Dublin.
I'm not smoking nothing tonight because I'm at a friend's house right now, so there's no smoking here, so I got to chew in.
Oh, there you go. What are you chewing?
Right now, I'm chewing Kayak fine cut wintergreen with some grape juice. So that's going to be a perfect combination right there.
That's what my wife was like, what a great combination. And you're like, that's going to be a perfect combination. It's like Captain Black grape chew.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. You almost messed up on swallowing that there, buddy. It gives shivers down your spine. That'd make Jay cold right now.
It's probably about 10 degrees right here right now. Where I'm at.
Here it's probably around 30, 25. The wind's making it colder than it is.
Yeah.
It's probably around 35 or so, maybe 40 without the wind. But that wind is real cold.
I was smoking. I was outside earlier today,
It's
and I was
34?
smoking some Honda Bookshop.
Man, I'm good at telling temp. I'm inside and I'm warm now. It's 34. I was thinking 35. 34 before the wind chill.
Hmm.
I'm on. Hey, I can only be right 8 days of the week. Oh, there's only 7? I guess that's my one mistake. Sorry, I can only be right 7 days a week. Let's see. Zippo is smoking some St. Bruno Flake and a Savinelli 626 Oceana. And he nicknamed, or Oceano, which he nicknamed Stitch.
Now that's a heck. Well, that is a nice name.
That is. And he said, "Sweet Jeef in the house."
Yep. Because he misspelled my name earlier on Chris's live.
I know. I was there. That was funny. Oh, it's 25 Fahrenheit where Zippo's at. That's probably about what it is here with the wind. I'm thinking somewhere around there, 20, 25. I don't know. Oh, and Monclaude. Yep, he's got his stash, his Bosma plug. Bright and red Virginia with heavy dose of Bosma and a kiss of Perique. The lowest percentage I have in a blend that you can actually still get an effect from the component is a blend with 2% Kentucky. Just 2%. Makes all the difference. And that Bosma stuff is awesome. Man, when it's the right time for it, it's just nothing beats it.
I like Perique. I mean, the highest I ever smoked. The highest I ever smoked on Perique was like 25% Perique. The highest I ever smoked.
Oh, man. I've smoked 60 or 70% of my own stuff. That was the highest. But it was, Dan can vouch, that Dan Stout Vapor. That is awesome stuff.
Yep. Now, if it's a vapor, I can go about 60. On the vapor, I can go about 60, 65 on that if it's a vapor, as far as that goes.
Oh, and Dan Lopez is trying some Savinelli Juno for the first time.
Oh, St. Bruno?
Oh, he said Juno. Savinelli Juno.
Oh.
Juno. Let us know, buddy. I haven't had that one yet.
Me neither. There's so many blends out there I haven't even had yet.
Oh, yeah. That's right, Jay. Bayou Morning is good. It's one of those blends that always cracks me up because it's so distinguishable from other blends. It's like the most haze smelling thing where I open it and I go, I can't believe I smoked this. And then when I actually smoke it and that smell goes away and it's just this other smell and these great flavors, and I'm like, I can't believe I stopped smoking this. Every time it does that. It's a good one.
Yeah, there's some blends I did it on. I'm trying to think. There's a blend I had here like a couple years ago that Garbage Man Purpose sent me. Now I can't think of it. I wish I had my tins with me, but I was the same way with that blend. I forget the name of the blend, but it was so good that I emailed him and I told him, I said, man, that's a pretty good blend. He said, well, did you like it? I said, yeah. Well, 2 days later, I had like 3 tins sitting in the mail for me, like 2 days later. And it was, I haven't seen, speaking of Garbage Man, Piper has been on. I think there was a death in the family or something.
Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Because I haven't, I usually talk to him on a regular basis because, I'll text him. But I've been so busy here lately, and he's been busy, and I hadn't had time really to sit down and actually talk to him. But I'm moving. I'll let you guys know now ahead of time. Okay. There's some issues that arise between me and my niece now. So I'm moving back to Washington Courthouse. I just got to get some
Man,
things taken
you've
care
been
of.
moving.
So
You've been stuck into moving a lot in a short period
yeah,
of time, buddy.
it's like I'm getting the wrong end of the deal. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting shafted and screwed, and
Gamecock
so
Piper, nice to have you.
oh no, hey,
Welcome in.
so I will be. I got to make a few phone calls this week. So this is gonna be definitely, guys. This is gonna be my last move. I promise. I definitely promise.
I just hope it goes well for you.
No, it will. I just thought I'll just get that out before we go on, so everybody kind of knows what's going on. So, but yeah, here a couple of days ago, I made a blend. I took some Haunted Bookshop and added maybe 1 or 2 pinches of Birdie Light Without a Bite and Pegasus. I had a touch of it. It came out pretty good. I mean, it was all right. I just got to tweak it a little bit.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've been, been trying to sit there, try to think of blends, I'm still gonna have my gall though, but I'm just trying to save what blends for that. So
Jay said he made a couple of plugs with whole leaf, rum soaked Perique with red and bright Virginias.
oh, nice.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. And rum does such great things with tobacco blends anyway, because it isn't, even if you get a little much and you can taste it, it still
Yep.
goes good with tobacco, with about any tobacco.
Yep, and if you soak it like that, if you do something like that, the longer you let it sit, the more it's going to marry together. For like, I don't care if you let it sit for 2 weeks or 30 days. It's going all the components going to come together, and it's going to turn out pretty good. I mean, there's a blend I made 4 or 5 months ago. So
yes, Dan. Dan said, anybody else know? No, Jeff is kind of sporting an Eddie Munster vibe tonight with his hair slicked back like that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Eddie Monster.
That's perfect.
I gotta make sure my hair is just right, y'all.
My cat jumped up on the couch like he was trying to see. I wasn't trying to look. I didn't do it. Oh shoot! Hey, Dark Lord, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, Dark.
So I got a question for you guys. If you think of the day of the week, if you think of a Sunday, what would be a component, a type of tobacco that first comes to mind? Can be any kind. I just want to see what you think. I've got an idea for a blend name, but I need one component. But it has to tie in with Sunday. So it doesn't matter. Just whatever comes to mind to you guys on a Sunday. What type of tobacco blend specifically is there one that you like to smoke on Sundays? You can think of it like a church day or lazy day at home or chores, doesn't matter.
I'll let those guys answer that one. Because I got one going in my head, but I'm gonna let these guys answer real quick.
Oh yeah, Zippo said better than Pugsley Adams, he guesses. Hey, that movie was the bomb. That was one of the better new movies they came out with at the time.
Uh-huh.
That was a good. There were 2 or 3 of them were really good. All right, Zippo says he thinks of Burley. He thinks of Sunday. He thinks of Burley. Jay thinks of Burley. Because I'm thinking of making a blend called 3 Ways to Sunday, and I hope it's good, but it's gonna have like 3 different types of one type of tobacco and then one different. So it's going to be really 2 different kinds. So I'm thinking of doing like, that's perfect. Monclad thinks unflavored Cavendish is what he prefers on like a Sunday. So I've got some unflavored Cavendish in this. And I've got some golden Cavendish and a tiny pinch of Lane BCA. So I'm thinking 3 ways. So 3 different.
Do you have okay?
So 3-1, and then to Sunday will be like one other component.
Well, do you have like dark burley and bright burley?
Yeah. Ooh, that could be Sin and Saint right there.
Yeah, because if you had the bright and the dark burleys, and then you take like the dark Cavendish and the golden Cavendish and kind of put it together maybe and just see what you come up with.
Yeah, this is just one of those. There isn't a lot of science behind it. It's like I want to do 3 different types of Cavendish and then add something and see what happens.
Well, you can make, just take like that there and make it one blend over here, be like blend number 1. And then maybe come over here with blend number 2 and kind of
have some of it be like blend number 1 split. Try one and then mix the other one with something else and see which one's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. Because if you do it that way.
Jay's talking like that. He said do dark, bright, and burly Cavendish. That's true. Because it had the burly. Yeah, I guess it does have burly anyway. Well, that's what this already is. So I'll try that. We'll just try.
Yeah, just put that in your pipe and smoke it.
That's
like
right.
my dad used to tell me.
And this is either going to be one of those that surprises me or it's going to be one I go, well, that was stupid. Why'd I do that? But it's never bad enough I can't smoke a blend that I made. So even that one that was dirt, that blend was still so realistic and accurate on the dust kind of taste. I could still smoke it to appreciate it.
Exactly.
Just thinking about it now, I want to like clear my throat.
But yeah, I've seen you. I was on your Google Meet earlier.
Thank you, Zippo. I hope it's a good one. Yeah, I saw you, buddy.
Yeah, and it's just like everybody's getting kind of worried because I wasn't saying anything. And I think Dingus came up and said, "Well, he's off quiet. You know, he's quiet. I'm getting worried over here. You know, he ain't talking. You know, is he taking names or is he?" taking notes for the Nashville Mafia.
Hey, RD, how you doing?
RD's up in the Reuben.
Up in the Reuben the Cuban. His your circle now is purple. You got the the purple circle.
What's up with that, RD?
Hi, kitty.
Last week was pink. Now this week is purple. What's up with that, RD?
My cat's like, I'm being good. I'll sit behind you because you aren't letting me up in the chair. You're not putting the footrest up, you jerk. Is that like, I think it is kind of like purple nurple Zippo. Somebody's somewhere is hurting over that one.
Yeah, I'm that type of person. If I can't pick on somebody, they think I'm mad at them.
That's true, Dan. What I'll do is I'll try a small batch of this, a small bowl, and if it's any good and I can picture it with those, I'll try it. If it isn't going to work, then I'll rebalance it with those in mind. He's talking about throwing a little bit of Perique and Red Virginia in it.
Hey, John,
which would go well anyway with all this burley.
If that doesn't work, John, put some grape in that. It might help you.
Okay, I'll try.
Just kidding, John. I'm just kidding. Don't put no grape in that because that
No,
ruin the whole blend.
is that like purple? Is that like? And then I missed it. Is that like a purple nurple? That's terrible.
True.
I just picture some sore son of a gun.
Oh, I can see it now. Oh, I said I can see it now. Oh my.
Me and my brothers in the 90s, man. We were relentless. We used to take different blocks of wood and cut little notches in them with like a file or something.
Uh-huh.
And then we'd hot glue gun some clothespins towards the back, and we'd make rubber band guns.
Huh.
And my dad said, don't be doing anything. My mom was working one night. She was a nurse. My dad was busy downstairs in his office taking care of all sorts of, he did farming and stuff, so he always had to go through things. And he said, don't be messing around with each other. So we hid the guns in the closet. Then as soon as he was downstairs, we got them all out. And we had all split up for the day to work on our guns. And my one brother really liked the idea of having a single shooter. He thought it was cool. So he made a pistol with one shot rubber band, but then you got to reload. And I thought it was pretty good because I made a shooter with 4. And then my other brother made one with 10. So he had more than 10. I don't know. It was like 8 or 10, and it was basically a 4x4, and he'd walk up and squeeze the clothespins all the way around, shoot the heck out of it. We'd have shootouts in the hallway, hiding behind the hampers for cover. Get you some Nurple, boy. Oh, I would have. Oh my gosh. But we did, man. We'd run around the neighborhood with friends shooting rubber bands at each other in the dark.
Huh. Yeah, you think a lot about that. You sit there and you think about what happened and about the good times that you had. And
yep. All right, let's try this little mix. It smells like chocolate. Ooh, hey, smell this. The one towards your hand right under.
Has anybody here watched the Nashville?
It smells like chocolate.
Has anybody here watched the Nashville Mafia as of Wednesday night, this past Wednesday?
I haven't. I have missed them.
They come on around about 8 o'clock here, my time. And I think they start. So I know they're an hour behind me. So it'd be about. They start about 8:30. So it'd be 7:30 their time.
Oh, okay.
There is, if you guys go to the briarreport.org, and they have announced they're going to have I don't know. It's the Muletown Pipe Show down in Tennessee. They're going to have a pipe show coming up in March. And I think it's the 17th and 18th. It's 2 days coming up. It's the pipe show in Tennessee, guys.
Nice.
So I can get more information. I could talk to Willie.
Some chocolate?
See, what are you getting off at?
That smells incredible. That smells like almost like dark chocolate to me. Oh my gosh. That smells good.
You can do this like hot chocolate.
Yeah, it's like hot. It's like dark hot chocolate. And Mabu approves, so I know it's good. Well, I'll be danged. Oh, I see, Zippo. Thank you. I was like, no noises, not again. Oh, he got us a bot. And the name, if you translate it to English, looks like Beepa.
Did somebody say my name in the chat there, John?
Recovering know-it-all. And welcome in, brother.
Oh, recovery.
We said Jeff John Gans, damn it.
There's recovery. I will have my normal live tomorrow night, though.
You want to try another? That is good. Man, that has Dark Burley and then Lane BCA, B20 Sutliff Black Cavendish, and Golden Cavendish. That's not bad. I think I could tweak it a little. Just a little, maybe a pinch of that 702 Peter Stokeby Burley. Or maybe Granger, but I'll see.
You got any
Rob, too.
Oh, that would be really good in a cob. Yeah, the dark Burley is really what's selling it as chocolate. It does just something, just enough. If you had too much, it wouldn't work.
No.
Just right, that is fantastic. Well, I was gonna call it 3 Ways to Sunday. Now it's gonna just have to be dark chocolate. Because yeah, I don't think anything else if I smoke that. Oh man, and if you like let it exhale out your mouth and then smell it, oh, that is just, oh my gosh.
It's not fun.
It does, it makes you drool.
Well, I'm not growing, but
I'm drooling. Mabu's not drooling. She said it makes your mouth water, but I'm drooling.
John's drooling over here.
Oh, chocolate sundae. There you go. Good idea, Zippo.
fudge.
Oh, yeah. What do you think? Is it closer to chocolate or hot fudge? I could make a hot fudge one after this. My gosh.
With nuts on top.
And this is like my other chocolate blend flavor-wise, but this one isn't. My other one bit a little bit. It had lane 1Q, and it would clash if you didn't do it just right. It's very hard to get just right.
Hey, RD. I'm not smoking nothing tonight. What am I drinking? It's going to surprise you. Grape juice. Grape. Yes, grape. Yes, it's
All right, what was the other? Was that dark burley and oh yeah, BCA. Man, that turned out amazing. The proper English from RD just ordered. He's waiting for it to arrive.
Which one? Proper English from what? Peter Stokeby's?
Is that the Peter Stokeby or McBaron's? I think has the other one. I might be mixing it up, but
Because I got the Peter Stokeby's Proper English.
mm.
And that's pretty good stuff. Now, that stuff will reset your palate. If you got that, you know.
RD grape juice is as good as grape backy. Zippo is smoking a happy accident caused by a jar of broken up H&H 10 to midnight, falling off the shelf without the lid right into his blending bowl.
I've
I
been
had that
hearing
happen one time. It fell perfectly. I don't think one flake missed. Then I've had a couple other where I think I should move that bowl. And I do it. I don't need to move it. It's out of the way. I clean, do everything else all day, and then barely bump it and dump the bowl. But most of the time, I don't spill anything.
Yeah. Now, I've been hearing a lot about that 10 to midnight, and there's another blend. There's been a couple of them that's been talking about here lately.
Yep. And, Terry was telling me about, Newminster Superior Flake also.
That's it.
That stuff is fantastic.
I mean, I never had either one yet, but later on down the road, I'm going to. So we'll see what happens.
Possibly it is definitely one of the best Virginia blends just on its own. It is absolutely tasty, full of flavor, very, very good. So I've mixed some stuff. My best Virginia blend has equal parts of 4 different Virginias in it, and that's one of them, and it is amazing. Oh, let's see. And he bumped the shelf this is Zippo. He bumped the shelf while he was mixing up some rough C&D Wintertime 2021 with some Captain Black Original and John Marr. That sounds good. I have John Marr. It does. Right here. This tub.
Yeah, it does.
That's good stuff. Yep, and RD's was the Peter Stokeby's Proper English.
That's some good stuff right there. Now, I had a lot, I had a lot of Englishes, a lot of it. But that right there, the Proper English, I like it. I mean, I got one English pipe that was made by Jason Montone, and it was custom made just for English blends. I got that pipe from a fellow presenter. Well, he's a looker. He never did the videos. He's always on my on my regular videos. He'll comment, or he was on one of my lives, and he told me he's going to send me some tobacco, but he has something in the works. Come lo and behold, he got one, and then he sent me one. So I just got that pipe just for English blends. So
nice. Yeah, this is a happy accident because I've tried blending I've done chocolate. One time I did the best chocolate blend. I know Dan Lopez remembers what it is. That's actually closer to like a malt kind of chocolate. And then I made a coffee blend by total accident. Reached into one of these overfilled with Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And I just grabbed, there had to be like an inch wide spot, certain stuff mixed in, tasted like a cup of coffee. Have not been able to duplicate it. I've been able to make other coffee blends that were good, especially that Irish cream one, but could not nail that one. And then this chocolate is less bitey even. This one's very, very good.
No, I've done that before. I'll make a blend and it'll be just perfect. It'll be almost like an aromatic. and then go back and try to redo it again because I run out. Go back and try to do the same exact way. Couldn't do it. I tried.
Right.
So
And
I'm
sometimes it just takes those weeks or months where you just kind of give up and put it on the side burner.
yep.
And then you blend other stuff, and then it comes to mind. Oh, but let's see. Recovering Know-It-Alls having the last bit of dark red in his cannonball. Very nice. I love, if it's Lane dark red you're talking, I think that's the only dark red. I don't know. But Lane dark red is a good one. That's one of my favorites. And Zippo said it was wintertime 2021, Alpine Lodge, John Marr, and a bit of Captain Black Original. So not a lot of that one. Once a jar tipped, he said, "Oh, hell with it," and mixed it up. Sometimes that's the best you can do.
Yep.
He's going to call it Midnight Marauder, which that's a cool name.
Yeah, it is. Very nice. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, buddy. We had a few drums of ooh, whatever is the opposite of we. A wee dram of Green Spot Irish whiskey. I have not had Green Spot Irish whiskey. I presume it's good. This is like just silly how you can make one alteration. You know, I almost put in a different burley. I almost thought somebody was going to say Virginia, so I was ready to put that in. I never really thought dark burley. Man, that worked. Oh, maybe. I don't. Evan Williams? I don't remember. We talked about that about a week ago. I think that's Scotch, but I could be wrong. It sounds more like a Scotch name to me than a bourbon. But it might be bourbon. I can't remember. Hey, Jeff, do you remember what Evan Williams is, if it's a bourbon or a Scotch?
Back.
Do you remember if Evan Williams? Oh, it is bourbon? Okay. See, it could be either, but then the more I thought about it, I was kind of, I don't always remember. Sometimes I think about it and it switches too. So thank you. Zippo and Evan and RD are all straightening it out. Evan. I meant Jay. I caught you, mine. My mind's trying to set me up. You know
Hey,
what?
John.
Recovering, that's what the best tobaccos are, is good stuff, a bit basic but good, just like that. Yeah, Jeff.
Yeah, you remember that jar that you sent me here a while back? It has the Cornell and Dill's Haunted Bookshop that was 6 months of age.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here, I'll show you. Remember this jar?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I carry my Haunted Bookshop in now. Here's
Oh, you ruined it.
some of the Haunted. No, this is all the Haunted Bookshop that I smoked out of this jar. I put a fresh batch in there. Not only that, I carry my extra Haunted Bookshop with me. Like always. Of course, you guys remember the pipe bag we always carry.
Yep.
But there's that Golden Duke. What I did to that pipe,
That's a nice pipe.
my guitar tuner, which I got, is for my electric guitar. But let me explain to you guys about this pipe. That's that because we talked about blends earlier. This pipe here I
These
got
guys are
last year.
making me want stuff.
Well, what I did, there's some of you remember I bought this pipe back in July. I think it was July. Yeah, it was July. Well, with every Dr. Graybow, they come with that clear finish lacquer stuff on there. Well, there's a guy, he doesn't make YouTube videos anymore. He used to be in the YTPC. And he had trouble with his Graybow. Well, what it was, with the Dr. Graybows, they put that finish on there, that lacquer finish to make it shine.
Yep.
Well, what they do is they put that stuff on there so heavy, that lacquer stuff so heavy on these Graybows, that you could sit there. I gotta clean it out anyways. Even though you get a cake, they even though you get a cake on it, they're still hot to the touch. So I when I got my first one, I'm thinking, man, I had it for about a year and I had a pretty good sized cake in that, but it's still burning hot. Well, when I got this one, I happened to stump up on his video. I think it was his name. But anyways, what he done was he took some sandpaper and just took that lacquer stuff off her. So that's what I did to this pipe. And let me tell you, since I did that, no troubles with that pipe.
It looks nice. I like the thickness of the wall there.
Yeah, it's pretty thick. I don't know what the thickness is of that, but that's the Golden Duke. The only thing you got to do for you.
Zippo said his Midnight Marauder turned out good. Almost has like a Coca-Cola kind of cola aftertaste.
Oh, nice.
And then Recovering Know-It-All asks you if the flag behind you is from a family member.
That flag sitting behind me, it actually belongs to a friend of mine that I'm staying with right now. It was her husband. He was in the coast. No, he was in the Navy. He was in the Navy, and when he passed away.
Sorry, I just want to read it before the text goes away. He also sends his salute to it from a fellow veteran.
Thank you. If I knew
I'm kind of the same, RD. I can't quite get into haunted bookshop as much as some people do. I've had a couple smokes of it that were really nice, and I've had some that just aren't nice. It depends on the day. I just think it has, for me, it has too much hype before I got it. Doesn't mean it's not as good as people say it are. As people say it are. But there was so much hype that when I got it and tried it, I was let down. But that's not the blend's fault.
Hey guys, check this little guy out.
That's cool.
It is.
Oh, well, thank you for your service, Recovering. He said he was 2nd Infantry during peacetime back in the 80s.
Thank you for your service. Yeah, he served.
And he was in the 2 years of the demilitarized zone between North and South Korea.
Oh, cool. Now, my brother, he served in the 80s. From 1980 to 84, United States Army. honorable discharge. And I forget what, I mean, he was in the Army, but I forget what. There's a certain part of the Army he was in. And I normally don't ask because sometimes they don't like to talk about it. He's the type that don't like to talk about it. He's the type that would either say, yeah, or he'll say, I've been there. Then that's like end of discussion. He doesn't go beyond that. You know, it's like if he says, yeah, I've been there, them's the type of guys I don't want to fool with. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend of mine that served in the Marines, and
Jay said that Haunted Bookshop took him about 5 bowls or so before he really could appreciate it.
It took me a minute to get used to Haunted Bookshop.
And I think I've only had around, I don't know, maybe 6 bowls or so, maybe less, spread out over time. So not very many.
I'll tell you what's the sister to Haunted Bookshop is Old Joe Krantz, the Red Label. Old Joe Krantz.
I'd have to let you know.
Okay, Old Joe Krantz and Haunted Bookshop are like brother and sister.
Or never mind. Somebody gave me Old Joe Krantz. I did try the regular Joe, whatever. It's just Old Joe Krantz. It wasn't like I don't know if it was a specific label. It was just Old Joe Krantz.
See, I think there's the blue label and the red label. And the red label's more, when I first tried the Old Joe Krantz red label, man, it knocked me back. I mean, then I seen Eddie Gray from the Pipe Nook. He was smoking one day. And as a matter of fact, he had it live on that. And I typed in and said, hey, I have some Old Joe Krantz red label, what you're smoking. And I said, it knocked me back. And because of the nicotine. And then he explained to me, he says, well, for the first time you trying it, make sure you try it on a full stomach. In other words, make sure you eat a good meal, then smoke it. Well, when I did that, then I was all right. Then, then what got me hooked on Haunted Bookshop, I had some Haunted Bookshop sent to me. And the reason why I want to try is because of matches. I can hardly see.
My okay, so RD wanted to like Haunted Bookshop because Matches did, but he just didn't really understand exactly what it was that really appealed. Some of the people that love it, there's something about it that really
there's a little story. Now, if you go back and watch Matches X60's videos, go back to one where he talks about, it's in the title, it says, Confession of a Buried Lover. Confession of a Buried Lover. And I've watched all John's videos, and I've talked to John personally through Facebook. And the reason why he liked Haunted Bookshop so well is because of the 3 components in there. You have your Burley, you have your Perique, and you have your Virginias. And it's like those 3 blends are the right proportions. And that's why Matches liked it so well. So if you go back and watch that video, Confessions of a Buried Lover, and he kind of talks about it. And he also talks about the reason why he likes Haunted Bookshops as well.
Well, that's a good point there, Zippo, is Haunted Bookshop is reminiscent of a Camel cigarette. Blood and taste and nicotine. It does have that kind of smell to it, and Yeah, I could see that when I never really smoked cigarettes or anything, so it would be
And,
more difficult for me to see that personally
yeah,
than somebody else who had smoked. And I
and
just want to say to all you guys, thank you very much for your service. And I'm glad I get to know you. We had a
yeah, it's
lot
a
of
great
military
deal.
in our family.
Yep. It's a scary thought, you know. You get, I'm not trying to make it depressing, or get anybody depressed or anything like that. You just don't know, you know. You got a family member, they go off, or you go overseas, wherever, across the pond. You don't know if you're going to come home or not. You know, that
Yeah.
was my worry about my brother. I didn't know if he was going to come back home or not. You know, but
Yeah, you truly don't know.
you know,
And you can have people
no,
that are dramatic people, and you have people that treat them like they're dramatic, but when they say you don't know, you really don't
the
know them. Somebody could be
yeah,
any minute,
and
especially
you know, here's
already
the
in the
sad part.
military lined up. They could be sent over.
Yes, and you know, and all of the wars that we've been
Hey,
in.
DET. DET says, hey, John, Jeff, and Muffin Boys.
Excuse me, but there's
And
one
Zippo,
more.
bless you.
Yeah, and you
Zippo
know,
said he
there's
was
one,
looking for higher Nick hits and learned of Haunted Bookshop through John Harden.
and John.
Yeah,
John
that'll
was
do it.
good. I mean, John was good. I mean, if he did a review, he did review, but John was the type that when if he did a review on something, he has to smoke it for about a week. But he prepares when he did his Friday videos. He always prepared a week ahead what he's going to do. He'll have a script. He did everything in that script by Wednesday, and then you know he did what he needed to do. So basically, and then on Wednesday he did what he had to do, and then you know, and then by that Friday he had to turn around and do what he had to do on that Friday, but he did everything correct. He studied it out. He worked everything over. He did what he had to do, and when he did it, um, he uh, he
Yeah,
did
that's
everything
true, Zip. A
perfectly.
lot of
So
people do go overseas or to battle and come back, and they're just different. They develop as a person. You grow no matter what, and
yeah,
sometimes you're just different. It does. You're right. Recovering said that you're like something that rhymes with corn but starts with a P. Sounds like kind of name.
oh, who said that? RD?
Recovering said
RD?
it.
Oh, uh
You
huh.
are right. I think that time I see his name every time.
You're making changes now.
Yeah, I know it. And Mike said, Claude said the name and the marketing vibe of Haunted Bookshop is fantastic. Be honest, that is why I tried it. Sounded
Now the only difference
something.
between
Yeah, you're right. It is a fantastic drawing. It's all fantastic. It just then somebody's like, you kissed the book, the paper age, and I'm like, I don't want to taste dingy books. But I don't know. That's like my dirt blend. I mean, that's still better than Captain Black Grape by a long
yes,
shot. But and there's bound to be somebody that likes it. But I don't know. I don't think as many people would like it as like Haunted Bookshop. I can't believe so many people love it, not just like it. Yeah,
Now I tell you
Sweet
another
Jeef
been
now
done.
has a new role in the adult industry. That's what Zippo said. And recovering goes, chicka bow wow.
I'm going to start writing names down.
I called him
I'm
Jeef
just
Sweet
kidding.
Potatoes. He didn't like that one.
Sweet. See if I got a pen around here anywhere. I'm going to start taking names. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'll just
kidding.
change where mine says all Briar'd up. I'll just change it to somebody else's name.
I tell you, we can have a good time in life. You know, we can have a good time, laugh, joke. You know, not get offensive.
Yeah, man. If anything, in the YTBC, there are two things you can't do. You don't bring drama into somebody's or your own life, like
Exactly.
real, you know what kind of
Yeah.
drama. And if you got an issue with somebody and you post it on your channel, then that's where it should stay. If you make a video and you got an issue or something and you make a video on it saying your thoughts, it's on your channel. That's your decision.
Yeah, and see, that's what I was saying.
Don't say anything at all.
That's what I was basically, John. Yeah, that's what I was basically saying on my live here the other night. I forget what night it was, Monday or Tuesday. Is where I came here. But anyways, basically that's what roundabout way I was saying. If you got drama or you got an issue with somebody, don't blast it on somebody's live or don't blast it on your video or wherever. If you have an issue with somebody, you know, email them to the side, you know, go to the side. If I say for instance, I had a problem with John. Okay, say I had a problem with John. Okay. I'm not going to get on John's live and blast him, put him down, and everything else. I'm going to call John on the phone. I'm going to message him first. Hey, John, can I call you? No, here I have an issue. I'll private text him or private email him. Say, hey man, I need to talk to you. Then if he says yes, then I'll call John.
We can either clear up a misunderstanding or you can tell me what I did.
Yeah.
That bothered
don't get on
you, and I just say, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah.
But you know, the thing is, don't get on. I'm not going to get on John's live and blast John all over God's green earth in front of everybody. I'm not going to do that. Or John ain't going to come on my live and blast me on my live. He's going to call me. You know what I'm saying? That's the way it should be. That's what I'm saying. You do it in private. Don't go and blast everybody and get everybody else involved in it. There was somebody came on my live here the other night, and yeah, I ain't gonna go into details. But the thing is, certain party tried it, but this other party jumped in, and basically took up for me and said, "Hey, no, we don't do this on Jeff's live. Jeff does not got nothing to do with this. Jeff doesn't have nothing to do with it. Keep him out of it."
I'm just,
you know,
RD. I like what you said. You just lie in wait and kick off your live. Yeah. But these guys are saying some stuff I want to read to you. My goodness. So let's see. Oh, I gotta go a little bit. I don't remember which way I was scrolling. There we go. All right, yeah. So Zippo said, "Haunted bookshop in Captain Black Grave. Does that equal demonic Dimetapp?"
Ew.
I would say so.
Don't even
And
sound
then
good.
we have I don't know. Mike Monclaude said, I don't know any of you well enough to try offensive humor. Well, you
I'll try
can
it
try
once.
offensive humor. It don't bother you.
It don't bother me.
And then RD said, Arnold King, I ran you. Zippo said we can bust balls at the end of the day, realize it's all in good fun. That's right. Dan Lopez said that's like Lakeland blends. Some people love them, others say it tastes like soap, and that's in Haunted Bookshop is the same way. Yep. And I don't mind some of those. There's one blend I think it was one of my mixes I threw together one day, and I was notably like soap, and I'm like, okay, this is past that fragrant kind of thing, the floral. I'm like, this is a little too far, but I was able to get it, so I was kind of proud that I ended up making it by accident, but wasn't one I loved or hated. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I was in the middle with that one, and yeah, I like Lakelands more and more. I've been liking them. But and Recovering Know-It-All says, my answer to drama, can we just use together? RD says, can't we all just get along? And then Recovering says, RD, way to kill the elephant in the room. And Uncle Larry, welcome in, brother. Good to see you again.
Larry. Yeah, I agree. That's what the YTPC is based up on. We come in, have fun, joke around, no offense to anybody. That's what it should
and
be, guys.
if somebody's visiting someone's live and something takes place, first of all, I agree, RD, the host shouldn't be kind of ambush anybody and ambush the people watching the live, because we're all going, what is going on? But I like the people that were involved anyway. I got no problems with any of them. But I agree there. Monclaude said our drama should climax at a gentlemanly disagreement. I think that's
exactly
right.
And we was on Chris's live. I was on Chris's live earlier tonight, and I had to agree with what Chris said. And then all of a sudden we start joking, and then all of a sudden we seen a troll come in. But he was trying to get Paul to come a wrench. He couldn't get Paul to become a wrench for some unknown reason. I think he was having troubles. And then we got talking about wrenches. He says, I like to make everybody wrenches. And I think it was Dan Lopez or somebody says, well, yeah, Jeff's got it. Jeff's got it on his live. And I think I have, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm sitting here thinking, yeah, I do. Just about everybody in my life is a wrench. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
and I agree with you there. Uncle Larry said if there's drama in Pipe Smoker Land, then nobody else stands a chance. And it does, Dan. Dan said drama in the YouTube pipe community seems to be a cyclic thing. About every 3 to 4 years it hits again. I can see
it does.
that. I've been on here about 3 years. Really only been only 2, and they've been recent, pretty close together. The only drama I had on my channel, the actual drama, was someone was, let's say you a blend and it's in your, if it comes out of it's your idea, and I make it work for you and you like it, and if you decide you want to use it or do whatever, I made it for you, but it's your. And I don't care either way.
I agree with you. Yeah.
But I had a little drama over that stuff, and I had some people mad that I didn't name the person, but I got in touch with the person and we sorted it all out. I didn't want to say their name right bad. I think they didn't realize what was going on. They saw the video and we're good now. They stopped what they were
Yeah.
doing, but I didn't want them to get a bunch of hate mail or nothing. And I vented in a video on my channel, and nobody for me to vent. And I should have done that just on my own.
The only trouble that I had on mine was I ain't gonna mention nobody's names, but it was a big mess. It was on, and I think John kind of knows about this one. And of course, we talked about it in Google Meet, and I'm not going to bring it here. But after all that happened on that Sunday, I ain't going to say who's live, but it was a Sunday, and then I didn't know what happened. Didn't know how to clue because I was busy that day. Didn't have time.
It's a cyclic thing in the RC helicopter world too. Said Zippo.
Oh, get to the chopper. But anyway,
we've got. Sorry, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, you're all right. Go ahead.
I was just okay. Recovery Know-It-All said, "How do you identify a troll as versus somebody with just a different point of view? Seems like labeling someone a troll works to dehumanize and delegitimize their others' points of view. Any thoughts?" My thought is, now sometimes you get a person in. This is a good example. The other day, someone came in and said, "What weed you smoking?" Now, right off the bat, it would be easy. You didn't have much experience to go, "Oh, that's a troll." Obviously, they know we're smoking pipes. But if you really think about it, they don't know what we're smoking in these. People may know it's tobacco. A lot of people, this weed, have gone over to the wood pipes and the older look of things. And I could have got mad and said, "Oh, it's a troll." But I just said, "Well, we're smoking tobacco, chatting, but you're welcome in. How you doing?" Because sometimes people just need a moment. For me, it's when a troll is spot when they come in, automatically they're against everything you're doing.
Yeah.
And it's more than just that's their point of view. It's when they intentionally go to be offensive and disrespectful on somebody's channel because it's not quite their time, and mom said they can be up another half hour.
And see, that's
tell. And if I don't know if there's that gray area, then I'm just nice to them, and heck, I'll rope them into the conversation anyway. Then it throws them off, and they just leave. So I'm very patient, and I make sure after a minute of visiting, if their conversation doesn't change, if they jump in and they go, "Smoking's bad for you," and you go, "Well, in my case, the nicotine's with my colitis information. The tobacco helps me. It helps with some of my seizures. And, so a lot of times I just bring people in and try to include them in case, or maybe they had a bad day. I don't know what's going on. I mean, hell, they could have just lost a family member in a car accident, got on here, saw somebody smoking and was hurt that somebody got lost and jumped in and said something they immediately regretted. So then sometimes you try being nice, and that's all it takes. So, and sometimes they just keep going to just, no matter what you say, they're trying to derail you. It isn't the words that they say or their point of view. It's just their acts of trying to, even though it's through words, the deliberate a-holeness. But
now I had that same music.
Artie says Arnold and freaking Rambo. We got to come with me. Why? I told them come with me if they wanted to live. They didn't come with me, so I ran them over. I freaking ran them over. Now get to the chopper.
Now, see, I had the same issue like I'm not gonna lie. Now, see, I had the same issue like John was talking about.
I appreciate that.
But I mean, you'll know if you do videos enough, and you've been in white TPC long enough. I've been going on about 5 or 6 years now. I've been in white TPC. And I've learned over the course of those years, you'll know who's who and who's what, and especially if you do lives. Now, if you start doing lives, you're going to be like this. You're going to have people interacting. You're going to have people jumping in on your live. I had it happen to me. So what I normally do is I'm like John. I'll kind of back off a little bit, just see who they are, and they could be new in the YTPC too. That's where you got to be careful, because there's some new
they could
people
be
that,
someone with a funny sense of humor. It could be someone
yeah,
like you or I that just comes, what are you guys smoking, weed? And then they're thinking it's just a joke, kind of icebreaker.
yeah,
And then they wait to see
and
how you act. And sometimes people,
yeah,
hosts or anybody, will overreact. So you give them that benefit of the doubt, but don't give them so
I
much
had a
room to
guy.
screw with.
Yep, I had a guy who was so bad on my live one night. There wasn't. I think there was me and a couple other people was on, and none of my wrenches was on that night. It was kind of late, and I had a guy come on there, and I mean he was just blunt. I mean he was going nuts, and he was like, and I said, and here I am trying to be nice with him, and I was giving him benefit of the doubt, but he got to the point where he got high rate. Off he went. But if somebody, I got my own set of rules for my lives, guys. But if you come in my lives, I'm like John. You come in my lives, and if you get somebody that you guys really don't know who it is, and I don't know who it is, and you guys don't know who it is, you have every right to kick them off. Boot them, because once you start doing your lives, you'll start knowing who your regulars are.
Yeah.
Your regular people who'll come on your lives. You'll know who's who and who's what. Now, like me, for instance, will change my channel name. I know I've thrown a couple of people off. Like Mike from Bar Blues, I throwed him off first time. There's a couple other people. But I have my picture beside my name, so that kind of helped me. But if I kind of throw somebody off, say their name. Say like I go on. Okay, say like I change my channel name, and I come on John's live, and you guys know me. Some of you know that I've changed my name. Just say my regular name. Say, hey Jeff. So that's John knows. Okay, that's Jeff. Because my channel name's going to throw somebody off.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing, is just saying that because I know you switched, and everyone going, that ain't Ohio. All right, well, we've had some more more messages here.
Exactly, because everybody always knew me by the Ohio Piper. So when I switched to Sweet Memphis Mafia, and I say I just switched and John didn't know it, I come on his live, and I say, hey, John, how you doing? He's going to look, well, wait a minute, that ain't the Ohio Piper. Who is that? And then some of you guys that knows, and you say my name, and then John's going to put two together, going to say, hey, wait a minute, that's Jeff.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? There's where you got to look for, too, guys, in the lives, too. Always watch our person's channel name. And always look at the picture.
You guys are too kind. So we got some chats out here real quick. So he said, Dan. Oh, and Dan did say Mabu spraying me down with her drink was pretty dramatic. I was gonna mention that. I forgot for a minute. It was one of my lives. I save all my stuff in playlists. So if you guys want to laugh, she was drinking whiskey and she laughed. I swear it wasn't my face, but she said I made a look with my face. I didn't even make a look, so it was my face. But she laughed, and I'm like this. Here comes whiskey and whatnot flying at my face on my keyboard and everything. It was funny. Well, maybe water too, but it could have just been whiskey. And I think you're right, Dan. I think that one time the guy did misunderstand the title of the live, and that I remembered that and kept it kind of in perspective. Let's see. Recovering said, "Smash that like." Thank you very much, buddy. I did say thank you earlier, but I didn't know if you knew I was saying that to that. DDT said, when their screen name, avatar, or first post are all very offensive, then it's probably a troll. And Recovering says, "John runs a clean and happy ship. Thank you, buddy. I try." He says, "Jeff rocks." Monclaude says, "John is a beam of starshine. I've never been called that, and I greatly appreciate that." But thank you very much, Mike. He said, "I mean that, John. You're one of the good guys. I appreciate it. You are too, buddy." Zippo's 6 months in, and he started figuring out who's the regulars and some of the riffraff.
That's good.
Online.
That's good, Zippo.
And let's see, Recovering, you're right, buddy. You got elevators and agitators. Dark Lord Mabu's doing very well. She's hanging out here, listening to music and playing computer and having some nice quiet times. It's been a good day. She got to check on her folks. Her parents were having a really good day.
That's good.
So no complaints there. Yeah, and I like that, Dan. When the title says late night smoke, it's easy to assume it could be weed. You're right, but and then Recovering Know-It-All says, "John and Jeff, you're stuck with me like glue." You as well, brother.
Yep.
SMM sounds like something else. S&Ms. Oh my goodness. Oh, RD is taking off. Love back, brother. You have a good one.
You have a good one, RD. Be safe, be well.
Let's see. Monclaude's taking off. If I didn't already miss him, have a good night, Monclaude. Right. Great to see you, buddy. Dan says, "Imagine how twisted and perverted tonight's live title could be interpreted by someone not in the know, piping with sweet muffins." Blending with new components and bowling. That is true. I was trying to put like piping muffin, like piping hot muffins, but I didn't want to call Jeff hot. I didn't know how to word it, so it didn't sound like that kind of name, Dan.
That might be the next title of my life. So
I was trying to kind of like, I almost put like piping sweet muffins, and I was like, that does not sound good either. That sounds like a pickup line or some kind of old VHS movie. Taking the pipe to the sweet muffins.
That might be
could be
the
about
next title.
You get people tuning into that news, laughing already. It could be about a mugging. Somebody could have broke his kneecaps with a pipe. And everybody's already laughing. And that is true, Dark Lord. I've known Dark Lord for about 8 years now. You guys are stuck too. I ain't been up lives without a fight or Google Meet. Oh, and for anybody who hasn't heard me say it yet, if you're looking for a blend that's incredibly like Frogmore Cellar, it's Drexel's. Open the plastic off of this, and just the smell is so dang close. It's just not even fair. And I think, let's see, Drexel's is at tobaccopipes.com when I got it. And it's really nice, very smooth, really easy going. For a Latakia, it's not one that tends to bother you or leave a coating. Just a real easy, gentle smoke. It tastes a lot like from Cellar. And I think this pouch whatever deal they had. I remember I got pouches for like $3. It was like $3.70. It was a ridiculous price. So I got tons of these suckers. I think I got like 24 of the or something like that of just the Drexel 6. I got a bunch. Yeah, I got a little box of Drexel pouches.
Hey, John, can I say
Yeah,
something
buddy.
real quick? Okay, I figured something out on this Restream Studio.
Yeah.
I press this button over here that says for messages. Now I can see everybody's message right now. It's like Zippo765 says PNC has it on sale right now. Then Recovery Know-It-All says anyone missing John Harden's live streams. So now I can see everybody's comments now. So
Oh, good
I'm
deal.
figuring,
They're going to be
everything out on
relieved
my
not
end.
to listen to me translate, I'm sure.
So now I can see everybody's messages now. I'm learning their
Awesome.
thing. So okay,
Awesome.
like Dan, DDT says the Drexel paper flakes are pretty dang good for cheap pipes. Well, yeah, I had the Drexel 8. So
Yeah, Drexel 8, Drexel 2, and Drexel 6 are the ones I've had. And some days nothing beats Drexel 2. And some day, yeah, Drexel 8 is always good. And Drexel 6 that's another one for me. Unless it's a day I don't need more Latakia, it's a great one. And then yeah, let's see. Piping the knees like Tanya Harding. Yeah. That's awesome, Zippo. Honey Zippo said, John, yours was my first live, so that's awesome, buddy. And I think you'll really like Drexel 6. I hope you do. It still surprises me how good it is.
I never had the Drexel 6, but I had the Drexel 8.
Yeah, it's
twice.
You've had Frogmore and Cellar though, right?
Yes, I had somebody gifted me when I first started, and this like 4 or 5 years ago. This right before the McCollins Sparrow shut the doors. Somebody gifted me some Frogmore and Cellar.
Wrenching the knees with Sweet Jeff. At least it wasn't something like wrenching Sweet Muffins. I'm not even go there. Wrenching Sweet Muffins. Actually, that's cleaner than what I was going to add to that.
Hey, Zippo, I'll send one of my associates to do that job. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's up here, Dan. I'm gonna change that battery for it tomorrow.
Okay, I was like, I don't think it's mine. Oh, the other night I made a blend. So this is funny. I can smoke my pipe under my smoke alarm. And it can tell usually for some reason that's not the same as a fire smoke. Well, I made a blend the other night, and I don't remember what kind it was, but it was one I hadn't made yet. It actually tripped the fire alarm. And we were so shocked that it was going off for a moment, and automatically my mind is like, my ears feel like they're trying to close and block out the sound. So I grabbed something and pushed the button, but it's funny because it's a great fire detector because it almost always knows it's pipe smoke versus when we did have a fire.
Yep.
But we were both kind of like, what the heck is that noise? Because we haven't heard it in so long. Yeah, we're looking at each other. I mean, we could have looked the other way and seen the house burn, and we're just like, you know what that is? No, I don't know. Do you know?
Recovery Know-It-All says mine just passed 2 years ago, the 28th. Recovery, you are correct. John did pass 2 years ago on the 28th of...
Yeah, and I tried to get in touch with Sergeant Savinelli, and normally he messages me back quick, and I didn't hear from him, so I'm wondering if my message went through right. It said it sent, but sometimes that happens. So I'll send him another one. I was asking him what his thoughts were. So what I'm thinking is, because I'd like to do something to celebrate him, I'm thinking that Friday, maybe not the hour of his normal live, kind of leaving that open as kind of a respectful hour of John, but then maybe starting. His was always was it 7 Eastern? Was 7? I knew it was 7. I don't remember if it was 7 Eastern. I don't remember what time zone.
He come around about 7 or 8 o'clock. I think around about 8. Because
8
I
Eastern?
remember, yeah. Because
Okay.
matter of fact, I was on John's last live, and I was one of his moderators for his live that night. And I was always his moderator, but I was on John's last live. I was a moderator that night. Then, not long after that, he passed. There's this medicine that he had, and night 907. Have a good night, brother.
Have a
He
good
had
night, man. Thanks for joining, buddy.
he had
Good to
a
see you, man.
allergic reaction to some kind of a medication. That's what got him. That's what basically happened.
We lost a
When
neighbor the same way not long before that.
so
yeah.
John was one of the pillars of the YTPC. Once, like when John went, it's like everything fell apart. Not quite fell apart, but you know what I mean. So it started to circulate. Then I was one of the few first people to know that John passed myself. Because it was on his Facebook page that he passed. Then his daughter Katie.
Oh, it was 7 Eastern. Yeah, I remembered seeing her
right. It was 7.
Try to continue that or do something with it, and I don't know how I would have done it if I don't think I could have picked up where my dad left off if that were the case.
So Katie made a video and on her dad's channel, on John's channel, and to confirm everything. And then that's when not long after that, that's when Sergeant Savinelli, Sarge came on, and he prepared a statement. Sarge knew what happened, but in other words, what Sergeant Savinelli was saying, he knew what happened to John, but it wasn't his place to come on his channel and say what actually happened, nor was he going to discuss what happened.
Yeah.
That's when, due to respect of John, because John and Sarge were close, real close, friends. They had their annual, the day of Thanksgiving, smoke. They had they'd be in the garage with the screaming freezer. I think Sarge still got the screaming freezer. I think
that was hilarious.
It was. But the best part I like about John was a private man, very, very private, guys. And he'd never come on his channel and talk about his personal life. He kept that private. He come on camera, did what he had to do. And then if he had a family issues, he didn't bring it on. If he had issues, he didn't bring it on camera. He'd wait till he was off camera. But there's one video I like of John, and I won't forget this as long as I ever live. He always did the 4th of July tradition of smoking bacon old fashioned. The bacon old fashioned he didn't like. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back watch that video. some of the faces that he made. And Danny Shore and Dan Lopez brought up says, does any of you guys remember Danny Shore passing? He was another of the white TPC pillars. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Dan. I watched everything.
I was surprised you just dumped it up.
Yes, recovery. Danny Shore, I followed Danny Shore with all his health issues up till he passed. Him and Sue Dunhill. But yeah, Danny Shore was a great guy. If some of you guys don't know who Danny Shore is, go look him up. Watch some of his videos. He's another pillar, him and John.
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
Zippo. This stuff sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, within the last couple weeks, people were talking about it, and we were in a live, and we talked about maybe doing a live, and people asking if I was going to, and so I said, well, I'll check with Sergeant Savinelli, see what he thinks. If he's free, then on like Friday or Saturday, whatever day, then maybe he could join and co-host like this. But I haven't heard from him yet. But I'll plan on doing something an hour after John's time. So you said 7 Eastern, so I would start at 8 Eastern, just so that hour that was John's can be kind of like an hour of respect. Then we could all get together and celebrate. And then if I hear different from Sergeant Savinelli, then I'll let people know and make arrangements or whatever.
And usually, if you ever watch a video, and usually watch our title, because most of will say another pipe's broken. If you ever hear that term, or if you don't see it in the title, or you hear somebody say another pipe's broken, somebody within the white TPC has passed. Like Danny Shore. Most of us did a video for Danny Shore. There's a lot of us did a video said another pipe's broken. We did it for John. And it's hard. Because the reason why it's very hard, because especially for me, because everybody in the white TPC here is family. If one passes, we all hurt. It's like your own family. If one passes, we all hurt, and that pipe is broken. And usually, it's hard. And like Dan says, Danny had one of the largest pipe collections I've ever seen anybody together in one place. Danny Shore had the biggest. I have never seen so many pipes in all my days. All my days of Danny Shore. That man had more pipes than you can count of your pipes. You know, he can make anybody's collection. He can make your collection, my collection look like nothing.
Yeah.
But that was Danny. Danny loved pipes. And I think they had an auction for him. They auctioned off some of his pipes off. And so I mean it was great though. I mean, but here's the thing too, guys, and I'm going to say this, and I've learned this from a couple other people. Keep going back and watching their videos, like John's, Danny's. There's another one. Reason why you do that, so YouTube can keep their videos up on YouTube. If you don't, they'll start taking them down. I mean, so just go back every so often and watch their videos. You know, I do. I mean, just like Zippo 765 Dirk says, between him, Ed, if you don't know who Ed is Armchair Piper. That's who he's talking about. He's talking about Ed. He's armchair piper.
Yeah, he's got tons.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
right.
Ed and
Like a
Corvette
living
Jim.
museum in his living room.
Yeah. I mean, they put my pipe collection to. Wow, Dan, I didn't know that. John, what Dan's talking about, Sue Dunhill sold all fixed part of Danny Short's collection. Took her about 8 months. I didn't know it took her that long. I knew she was selling them, but I didn't realize it took her that long to sell them. And I like Sue. Sue Dunhill she used to make regular videos, but now she stretches hers out now. Every so often she'll make a video. She will. Nice lady too. Very nice. I like Sue.
I actually heard back now from Sarge, so I'm just messaging him back, and I'll let you guys know what he said here.
Oh, good. Good, John. So,
All right.
yeah, you're right, Dan.
He said, I'm good with it. He said, unfortunately, I can't commit any participation due to my insane work schedule. Let's see, as you already know, but have at it. You have my blessing. So I told him I said, all right, brother, that means the world to me. That is to leave an hour of respect during John's time slot and then start celebrating him the hour right after, that following hour.
Oh, nice, John.
Because no one can take his spot or live up to what he was. So
nope.
That hour is still his.
Nobody can fill his shoes.
No,
and Zippo says, all this talk has inspired me to breaking my rotation rule. Says now smoking Honda bookshop in my 790 Roma loose site 673 KS, and that's what John smoked.
Nice.
It was almost that bull. It was almost like a bulldog. The 673 Roma KS is like a bulldog shape. If you look it up, it looks like a bulldog, and that's what John. If you go back, that's what John used for his Friday Savinelli. Yep. Every Friday. Well, if you go back, way back, he had his original Savinelli pipe. It was his Friday pipe, but somehow he lost that pipe. He accidentally lost that pipe, and that's how. Then he got the Savinelli Roma 673, and he turned that into his Friday Savinelli. So when John passed, because they was trying to find out. Well, the family was trying to find out what he actually smoked. So most of us, his 673 got buried with him. They started putting the casket, and I think that was great. Oh yeah, okay, I remember it now, Zippo. He dropped it in his original 673 got dropped in snow, and you couldn't find it. So that's how he got this other one, this newer one, and that's why that reminds me. See, he's having the gall. It's going to throw that pipe in. Paladin Piper, one of them's having to go. And he's thrown in, he's got like 5 or 6 pipes that he's thrown in the goal. And he's thrown that pipe in, if you flip it over, it's got matches 860 tribute pipe. He's thrown that into the goal. Smash that like button. Recovery know-it-all.
Thank you, brother.
But yeah, I'll definitely try to make that one. 28th, in which I think is coming up on the Friday.
Yep.
Thursday or Friday. Next week.
Yep, next week. So his was 7 Eastern, so I'll start mine at 8 Eastern. And I'll make a video tonight and announce it, give everybody a heads up. And we'll see what we can have. And I will smoke my haunted bookshop for him. I got aged right here. And this one's actually just about right. It's just needs like a spritz of water or something, but I'll wait till it's closer.
And Zippo says, those that do not know already, my screen name is a homage. So in other words, his screen name is dedicated to John. His screen name is Zippo. Derek.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, that makes sense. Zippo 765 instead of matches 860. That makes sense.
And the reason why John's he typed in matches for his screen name for YouTube. Well, everybody took that. I mean, everybody had that matches, but it's like Zippo 765 his area code. So what John do? He punched in his area code. He went matches. His area code was 860 and accepted it. So that's how John came matches 860. So that's how John came matches 860. He took his area code, like your area code for your phone, like my area code is 740. So if matches would have went matches 740, well, he took his area code and he came matches 860 because 860 was his area code. It's for his telephone. So that's how John did it. So John, there's a lot of videos explains how he come matches, how he got matches 860, and why he went from matches to Zippos. And yes, recovery is Connecticut, but he's originally from Massachusetts, and he moved to Connecticut because of his job. So, and Zippo says Match's videos are some of the first videos that hooked me into the YTPC. And Zippo, I agree with you because he's the first man when I first started in this community. He was the first video that popped up, and I could tell you the video is where he's sitting outside. If I'm right, he's sitting outside with his jacket on. And it's cold, and he had his wind chimes. You can hear his wind chimes. It was cold that day. Yep. That's how I got hooked on the matches. Then that's how I got to know everybody. So
I saw a couple of people first, and they just weren't. I was mostly at the time just kind of looking into pipe smoking. This was before my doctor suggested it even, and I thought, well, I'll look, and I watched a couple here and there, and I'm like, okay, and when you start something, generally you're looking sometimes for specific information. So when I didn't see it right away, I just watched a couple, and I'm like, okay, I'll look, and I found, oh, dang it. Dang it, I can't even think of his name right. Mutton Chosh, I cannot think of the word. And I watched all of his, and then I found matches and watched all of his and watched all of, at least most of Sergeant Spinelli's before I found out that John had passed. And I found out about a month after he passed. I didn't know. I was behind on his stuff. And I got caught up and found out what happened, and then finished watching more of, I subscribed and watched Sarge's video where he mentions he got off the phone with his spouse and stuff. And then after that, I just kind of gave condolences and stuff, and I said I didn't know him, but he seemed like a nice guy. And then right after, then Sergeant Savinelli and I have been friends really ever since. And so if nothing else can be said for John Harden, he led to a really good friendship out of him passing. Yep. Thanks to him, I met Sergeant Savinelli. I never would have known of his channel, at least not at all.
And the funny part about it between John and Sarge was they'll be in the garage. Sarge will do a video for his channel. And then all of a sudden you see a video pop up from John. He'll do a video. So in other words, they may got done smoking, say like vintage velvet or something. But that's for Sarge's channel. The next thing you know, you'll see John pop up with video. And, it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, they'll be doing videos together and everything. Dan says, I was looking for years. Old Berg is the one got me into participating more with this community. Old Berg. 2 cameras, same garage, 2 angles. Yes, sir, Zippo. That's how John and Sergio has done their videos together. Because they'll have both their cameras, but Sergeant do one with his camera with both of them. They'll get done with that one. Then John will turn his camera on, and they both do one for John's channel. If you go back and watch them 2 together, watch. It'll be the same day. Same day. They'll just do one for Sarge's channel. That'll be uploading. That'll be uploaded. Then John will turn his camera on, do his video, same garage, same spot, never moved. And then John will, because that's one I watched of them together. There's one I watched where they was doing the video. I think John's matches. They was doing the video that day, and then Sarge had to go to work that night and do a 16-hour shift that night. Stayed up, do videos, then John will go home. Sarge may get maybe about an hour or 2 worth of sleep or whatever. Go straight into work, But it was like them 2 guys like interceptable, It's like they clicked,
Yep.
And Zippo says, I never thought to look at any pipe stuff on YouTube till I found my grandfather's old Medico Bulldog and wanted to fix it. And he says it's been smoking for a while. But John and them, I mean, I say within the last 2 years, John went from 14,000 subscribers up to, I think he's close to 16,000 now. Subscribers. because everybody started finding his channel. Everybody speaking to John. You know, I might be able to make a video between now. Well, I'll probably do a video on the 28th. Just a regular video, no live, no nothing. Remembering John and what John did. I mean, me and John talked, and there's some. I always went to John when I first starting out. I always went to John through Facebook. Me and him talked, and he taught me one thing. Actually, a couple things. One thing is because I told him, man, I don't know about doing videos. He says, well, you talk to that camera like you're talking on your phone. You may be sitting there talking to yourself, looking like, you talk to, you should talk to the camera like you were talking on the phone.
Yeah.
And I said, John, but what's the pointers on it? And he says, well, I got a video not. But he says, I'll tell you. Here's the thing. You need an intro and an outro. And I said, what do you mean, John? He says, your intro is your introduction. So here's a box. Here. This is now a picture in your outro. You have a box. He says, okay, in between those two boxes is a line. Okay, there's where, okay, I'll give you a prime example. Here's my intro. If I have to do a video, I would say, hey, YouTube, just like John would do. John goes, hey, YouTube, this is Matches 860. Or I would say, hey, YouTube, this is Sweet Muffins Mafia.
I'm coming to hear Ohio Piper.
But I'll say that, okay, then, okay, once I say Sweet Muffins Piper, okay, that gives me enough time to go on what I gotta say. I'll say, okay, then I'll do my housekeeping. Okay, I'm smoking this Dr. Gray Bow was on the bookshop, then get into a discussion. It could be about anything. And then my outro would be like, well, this is Sweet Muffins Piper, or Piper Mafia, and y'all be safe, be well, keep him lit, keep the embers burning, and y'all take care. And that's my outro.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all this. Well, now I'm so used to doing it. You'll learn. I mean, he's got a video on that, but always have notes. If you're like a newbie, have notes. I mean, what you're going to talk about, or you always want to stay on that certain subject, but after a while, you get used to doing it. That
you get so comfortable, you end up just kind of going, and you figure it out and kind of remember a little bit of what you had started with. Yeah, I started an outline. I used John's advice too, and that's what I did. I wrote and said, okay, I'm going to have an intro, what today's video's about, sort of like what John talked about, and how Mutton Chop did his, where he'd say, today's video's about this. And then I would think, well, I should mention pipe smoking, the tobacco I'm smoking, and then whatever topic, and then my outro.
And normally,
so I had intro, 3 things, and outro. So it would be, I'm all briared up. I'm smoking this, smoking in this pipe. Today's video is about this, and then my exit. And it worked out pretty good. It was a really good starting point.
And now
I filled tons of paper with those stinking little outlines.
And and since I've been doing now, my lives is free game. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about anything, or whatever. But I'll be right back.
All right, buddy. I'm just gonna see if
I
I
gotta
can
stretch my legs real
recreate.
quick.
See if I can recreate this chocolate blend. Which I think I can. We'll see. Now it's coming down to the science. Nice, Zippo. I've been smoking about 3 years now. Do you think? Did I start in 2019?
2 years for sure.
2018. Probably 2019. 2021. 22. So I started YouTube 2 years ago in October.
You started
Jeez.
right before then.
Yeah. Time flies. I've enjoyed it. My nurse suggested it. So let's get you off these other meds. Let's get you off these other meds, and you should use a pipe and relax and lower blood pressure, all that good stuff, and just see what happens. And it turned out being the best thing ever for me. So that wasn't, anything involving medical. That's been a really good thing. And find better medication. But I don't think on and off for 15. Oh, you started on YouTube in 2007. Okay. Yeah, you beat me to it. I thought about it a long while back, made a channel, didn't do it, or almost made a channel, then didn't do it. Then I did make a channel, then I didn't make any videos, and finally I said, where am I going to start? All these guys know all this stuff about pipes, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to talk to them about them, and where am I going to start at all? And so I said, well, heck, I'll just do an intro and tell my story from when I got to smoke a pipe for the first time, or where I first learned to like pipes and stuff like that, and then just see what happens. And it's been good to me ever since.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back. I had to give this one more good mix to just make sure I got it perfect. It's a bigger amount, so I can enjoy a couple bowls of it and wrap my head around it. Oh, smell this. It smells like it's going to be better. It's the one towards your fingers again. What do you think? Good? Who says, mm-hmm? I know it's good. Do you hear that? He said, smelling this makes her want to go get some chocolate. That's a good chocolate blend right there when someone starts craving chocolate. I am not going to argue with that. You're not going to get chocolate. You could get a tuck-in piece. You know what that is? Nice piece of chocolate to tuck you into bed. Because then you get the sugar, and then right before you go to bed, you're like, sugar crash. No? I ate a bunch of chocolate at my mama's.
You ate a lot.
I was going in to grab those. They had one of those bags with like the Mr. Good bars and the crackles and stuff.
That was a big bag.
Mhm.
And I said I wanted the milk chocolate, but I didn't want to have to search piece by piece. So I just grabbed a handful and stuck it in a bowl. And I said, well, I'll eat the milk chocolate ones. Then I said, then I'll eat the Mr. Good bar ones. Then I ate some other ones. Then I ate the crackle ones. I had like 12 pieces of chocolate. Then I leaned back to take a nap.
Made yourself tired.
I did. I tuckered my self out with all that chocolate. Zippo says he craves chocolate when he gets the nicotine spins. Yes, and chocolate helps with that and tongue bite. It does. At least for me.
Was it maybe for you?
Maybe not for everybody, but I've heard the same thing from lots of people.
Chronicles of a Pipe Smoker just popped in.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, Aaron. Just about stuck a match in my pop. Thank you, buddy. I hope you did too. And now I'm older. Mabu and I had birthdays and and just so everybody on the live knows, I'll mention this in my video too. I'm going to do my Tuesday stuff Monday because I have a friend that's going to be in town I haven't seen a long time. So we're going to see him Tuesday. So
Hey,
I'll do my Monday night live will be the same. Tumultuous Tuesday will be Monday, probably about 3 p.m. Eastern. About then for a little bit. Because I don't want to miss seeing him Tuesday. Oh, Dan says, I crave chocolate when someone says the word chocolate. Me too. Zippo says he eats too much. It's a trip to the ER.
That's not good.
That's how I am with pineapple.
I eat too much. I gained 20 pounds.
My wife says she eats too much. She gains 20 pounds. Hell, if I eat too much, she'll gain 20 pounds. That's how cruel chocolate is.
I just look at it and gain.
You just looking at it getting bigger. I'm like, honey, look away. You're like, I can't. You just keep staring at
I
it.
do. It's with everything. You look at it and I gain weight.
You do. Nah, you've been losing weight.
Ah,
That's not
You've been
nice.
losing weight, though.
Zippo says he's a diabetic. That's
Wow.
why. Hey,
We got
I
that
got
in
it.
my family.
I got a question for Zippo. Are you a diabetic type 1 or type 2?
I hope it's 2, but I wish you weren't.
Well, see, I got to watch what I'm doing too, because I'm a diabetic type 2, see, so I have to watch now I can have chocolate, but I'm like Zippo. Okay, I'm like Zippo. He's type 2, so I can have chocolate, anything sweet chocolate-wise, but I'm like Zippo. If I have too much of it, my butt's going to the hospital. The last time
My
I was in the
dad-
hospital, yeah, the last time I was in the hospital for it, my sugar was over 600, and it was so high that the meter couldn't read it. My meter couldn't read it, would say it was high. Well, when I got to the hospital, they gave me a pill and 2 shots, and I had to stay there for about an hour. Yeah, makes you. Yeah, it makes you very. Yeah. It'll make you feel like you're going to pass out, and you can go what's called diabetic coma if you ain't
Yep.
careful.
My dad's he was type 2, and he was able to change his diet and actually get off of it.
Yep.
But his
Yeah,
was more of having issues with lots of carbs, like pasta and bread and potatoes too much, lots of starch and stuff. So once he cut that back, he's lost lots of weight over the last year.
and like Zippo says, it can cause a stroke, and also it can cause glaucoma. If you don't know what glaucoma is, it affects your eyes. And see, if you go to the eye doctor, your eyes, they could check your eyes, and your glaucoma supposed to be out of 20. Out of 20. And see, with my eyes, when last time I got my eyes checked, in one eye was a 23, and the other eye was 25. And I could have went if I had to go see a specialist. If I didn't get it taken care of, I would have been totally blind. Totally blind. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, that's what glaucoma could do to you. It can make you go blind. You can have a stroke. It can cause you to go to a diabetic coma.
Yeah, my
to watch.
father-in-law has it, and it's pretty. He keeps it well monitored and managed as well as he can, but his can do either direction very quickly.
Yeah, Zippo, I don't know how you feel. My left eye is
Sometimes
about.
he can walk outside and it'll just drop. Oh man, Zippo has type 2. He controls it with medication and diet. And he said his right eye is pretty shot.
And that's like me, Zippo. I take insulin for mine. I watch what I do. I watch what I eat. My left eye is basically, it's about gone. My left eye is. And yeah, mine does that. Mine's a roller coaster. 1 minute it could be fine. Next minute it's just like it's up there. And then next minute it'll come down. Then next minute, being a diabetic, my doctor told me I have to eat 5 to 6 times a day. And you might think, man, that's crazy. Well, and I said, why do I have to eat 5 or 6 times a day? Well, you have your breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, supper, and your snack for. But it's crazy.
Yeah, Sarge said if he gets a chance, he'll try to be there next Friday.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be usually if he, you never know. It's 50-50, but usually if he says he'll try to be there, he really does try, and he typically ends up making.
Because his work schedule is so crazy.
Oh, that's nice of you, Chronicles. I appreciate that, brother. He said, as soon as I start making pipes again, I want to make you a pipe. I'm in between jobs right now.
Chronicles,
that's very kind. I got a deal for you, Aaron. I'm actually starting to get into pipe making myself. So when I get a good pipe going and I can be comfortable with what I'm making, I'll make you a pipe as well, buddy.
Chronicles says it's the Sarge here. No, Sarge ain't in Sarge is not in the house tonight.
No, he's been in a couple of my lives, but he's we're gonna do next Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. we're gonna do a tribute live for Matches 860. And I'll make an announcement video after this live. I'll get that out tonight so people have some time to know it's coming. And Sergeant Savinelli's going to try to be there. And I'm honored, man. I feel like I'm just blushing and don't know what to say because he said I have his blessing and to have at it. So it'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern, Friday the 28th. And John used to do his lives at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I figured that's his hour, and I'll start at the next one. So I'll line up Savinelli's, and I'll bring my. Now I don't have a loose sight like he did, like John did. I had a few opportunities to buy one, and I just didn't know him enough. I didn't feel that since I just found out about, a month late, that he had passed, that there's probably someone out there that tribute pipe would have meant much more to than me. And I felt like they deserved it more. He's going to have a much bigger fan than I could have been because I didn't know him enough. I didn't talk to him myself. So I had to leave that reserved, but I did pick up actually my wife got it for me for Christmas, my Savinelli saxophone like Sarge had. So I got that, and then I think I still have some 673s, lots of Savinellis, so we'll do the best we can.
Yep. And at the time when his pipes came troopy pipes, I didn't have the money at the time to actually get a pipe.
I was kind of there too. Like I had a moment I could have bought it. I passed it up. Another couple times I could have. I was at that point where you have some money, but it's almost like if you spend it, a tire or something's going to go wrong, and then you won't have the money. So I wasn't comfortable spending it, and then I just figured somebody else could use it more than I could.
Yeah, because see, what I was planning on doing, since I was financially stable now, is this coming month up, I knew I was going to have a little bit extra. I was going to go and get a 673 loose sight, the one like John had. But since everything came up, now I'm going 10 steps back, and I'm thinking, dang it, because I have my heart set on one to get one. Now I was going to go on.
I'm the same way, Aaron. I was commenting, and that was the same thing, man. And I watched all his stuff, and I even felt bad. I know it wasn't my fault because I didn't know about the pipe smoking community or any of that stuff until a certain time. So by the time I watched his videos, but I still felt bad because I didn't know. There's no way I could have known. I still feel that I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering too, Zippo, who got the number 860. That's why I'm wondering who got the troopy pipe 860. That's why I'm curious.
I didn't think about that.
Because there's only 860 pipes made. That was it.
That sounded worse than it was.
And I tell you who got that started. It was Eddie Gray from the Pipe Nook. Got that started. Got the ball rolling for the troopy pipe. If it was for and I think I was awesome.
And the picture he chose for it was perfect. That picture of John and that little. Oh.
Yes, he is, Zippo. Dan, I have no idea if Eddie did or not. Couldn't tell you. But what Eddie did, he got the ball rolling. And he actually talked to. He's one to talk to 7L themselves that make 7L pipes. And somehow he talked to them and got the ball rolling, and they told him how much it's going to cost, and he put the word out to people for it, and people start snatching.
Yep, like crazy.
Oh yeah. That was great.
All right, I sent you an email, buddy. Turns out I actually did have your email. So that was good.
Oh yeah, that's right, Zippo. He says Eddie did mention that certain folks got certain numbers. Surge altitude to that as well. In other words, Surge had a hand in it. I've got by Surge doing that.
Oh, I'm honored, man. That's cool, buddy. Yeah, I guess we've been kind of chatting for a while. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, we've been on for 2 hours and 22 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, every once in a while, usually if I'm in the car or something, is when I get time to check out your videos, Chronicles, and often when I go to comment, we're getting to where I'm going, and I'm either watching the video on my way to the store or put it in my pocket. But I've been liking your content. I liked seeing the one today with your daughter doing those flips, working on flipping over. She did a dang good job. You got an adorable family, buddy. Love back,
all right,
brother.
Chronicles.
You're always welcome here. So keep positive and enjoy yourself. And I hope everything works out for you in the job department. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your evening. Or I guess it's a little past evening, but I'm going to call it evening anyway. Well, I suppose I better head out and get that video announcement made. And then wind down for the night.
All righty, John.
As my cat knocks things over. He's such a cat. There's no cat that can weigh as much as a human being, but both Mavu and myself have thought the cat coming down the stairs was our spouse. Just real loud thump, thump, thump sometimes. We're like, was that a cat? Not like a big elephant loose in the house. But I want to thank you guys a lot for being here. Also, Dan, I don't know if Eddie kept number 860. If he did, he sure deserved it. I don't know. I would imagine, I can't remember which one Sarge said he had. He told me once. I can't remember if he got it or maybe he gave it to Eddie. I just can't recall. It's been a while, but I don't remember who got 860, but boy, that pipe would mean a whole lot to somebody.
Hey, Todd.
Or maybe he left it with Katie. Maybe they had it, gave it to the family. I'm not sure. I could see that. And I subbed you again too, buddy. I know I'd subbed for you months ago, but it wasn't showing on there, so you're subbed again. So hopefully it'll keep it so I don't miss any more of your stuff.
And Dan says,
every once in a while, the algorithm brings you around anyway.
And Dan Lopez says, great live. Thanks, John and Jeff. It's been another great night with my friends. You're very welcome, Dan.
You guys are always welcome in here. And it's been a pleasure. It's really good for me, and I appreciate you joining in the chat here. Jeff, you somebody on your live? I figured you meant you, and I thought, well, I should ask just in case he brought somebody or something, you know.
No.
And,
I appreciate you. You know, I appreciate you having me on, John. I really do.
It's always fun. You're welcome. You guys are all welcome anytime. Oh, we got Todd.
Yeah, little fat Morgan Todd is up in the house.
Yep. Hi, Todd. We're just fixing to take off in a moment, but I'll say hi to you. How was your dinner, buddy? Oh, thank you, Zippo. I don't think I successfully retrieved your email, but I will double check. And I got subscribed for you. If you guys aren't subscribed to Zippo, you should check him out. He makes good videos. He's got a good sense of humor, as you can see in the chat, but it comes through in his videos.
Yes, sir.
He's got some
nice
ones. And he's talking about doing a giveaway, and he could use the subs to get him the rest of the leg. I think we could get him there.
Oh yeah, we can get him up there.
Alrighty, well, while this thing's still going on my video using it, but thank you guys again. God bless you. Thanks for the friendship, the support, just everything that we've been involved with together the last couple of years. It's just made my life so much better. And I'm excited to get to where I can offer more back to you guys. So